can see my contribution to the group built the early days, a Czech tank in German service, the Panzerkampfwagen 35T. We start with the lower hull. It is made of several parts that fit together very well. In the middle is a plastic part, which should lead to more stability. The fit is so good that the parts stay in place without glue. The white stuff on my fingernails is primer. Scary to see my fingers so big. Next up are the final drives. Interesting. This tank has sprocket wheels in the front and in the back. Normally only the drive wheels are designed as sprockets. Here you can see all the rollers, sprockets and support rollers. Thank God it's not a Churchill tank. Similar to the Sherman, several wheels are combined with the suspension. The outside suspension provides more space in the interior and it is easier to maintain. While the glue on the undercarriage is still drying, I pay attention to the turret. The gun has a hole in the muzzle brake, but it wasn't deep enough for me, so I deepen it with a drill. The commander's hatch is a bit tricky. It consists of several parts. It is better to use a slow drying glue, such as the Revell contactor. This makes corrections in the fitting easier. I glued the gun in the highest elevation, but if you want, you can also let the gun movable. You can see from the commander's hatch that the tank is not very large. Because the upper part of the tracks is one complete part, I can easily mount the track even if I already glue on the track guards. I will use the figures from the kit. They look very good. On the driver you have to make the arms a little narrower. I think he spent too much time in the gym. The upper part of the hull also fits perfectly. The Academy kit can easily keep up with newer kits. The kit includes a bunch of jerry cans. You also have some for your stash later. And here's the first shortcoming. If you insert 3 jerry cans into the holder as provided in the instructions, you can no longer turn the turret. What do we learn from it? Nothing is more important than test fit. The next video continues with the paint job and the assembly of the tracks. From 1935 to 1938, 424 of this tank were built by Skoda and CKD. After the occupation of the Czechoslovakia by the Germans in 1939, 202 units were taken over by the Wehrmacht as Panzerkampfwagen 35T. In terms of armament and armor, the vehicle was slightly weaker than the Panzer III, but clearly superior to the Panzer II. It represented an immediate enrichment in the arsenal of the Wehrmacht shortly before the start of the Second World War. The very balanced chassis and reliable gearbox gave the tank good mobility. The main disadvantage was the riveted construction of the armor. Even if a bullet didn't penetrate the armor, the rivets could break and fly through the armor as secondary shrapnel. In the original configuration for the Czech armed forces, the vehicle had a crew of 3. The Wehrmacht removed 6 rounds of the main weapon and 900 rounds for the MG to make space for a 4th crew member.